Good evening and welcome to Biz RoundUp. I'm Tamiru Nimsat and we at Art Television bring you a collection of business highlights. Let's have a look at the headlines. Financial Intelligence Unit ties knot with Sri Lanka Excise Department. President oversees tourism in the south. Foreign Minister Ali Sabri takes part in the 60th Munich Security Conference. News in detail. President Ranil Wickremesinghe reaffirmed the government's dedication to safeguarding the economic and social rights of the upcountry Tamil community. He acknowledged their significant contributions to the nation's economy and expressed intentions to unite political representatives from the upcountry to present collaborative proposals within the upcoming month. President Wickremesinghe expressed this during a ceremony held at the Presidential Secretariat recently. The occasion marked the virtual launch of the fourth stage of the Indian housing project, Bharat Lanka, aimed at constructing 10,000 houses for plantation sector workers. President Wickremesinghe, along with Minister Jeevan Thondaman and Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha, virtually unveiled the foundation stone plaque for 1,300 houses across 45 plantation estates. President Wickremesinghe emphasized efforts to negotiate land acquisition from estate companies for housing construction and the government's commitment to advancing education standards within the upcountry. He highlighted initiatives to address housing shortages and economic empowerment among upcountry communities, emphasizing the need for political unity in proposing solutions. Minister Jeevan Thondaman, also speaking at the event, stressed the significance of the housing project and the government's commitment to delivering promised projects. Speaking at the event, Indian High Commissioner Santosh Jha commended the launch of Phase 4 of the Indian housing project, emphasizing India's commitment to supporting the Indian origin Tamil community. He highlighted Prime Minister Modi's dedication to the project and India's people-centric approach in relations with Sri Lanka. The event underscored the shared commitment between India and Sri Lanka to uplift disadvantaged communities and strengthen bilateral ties.
I'm really delighted to take part today in this event organized to mark the launch of the Phase 4 of the Indian housing project. We are virtually launching today the construction of the first lot of 1,300 houses out of the 10,000 houses we have pledged for plantation workers in Sri Lanka. I must also convey my deepest gratitude to His Excellency Mr. Ranil Wickremesinghe, President of Sri Lanka, for being present on this occasion. I'd also like to convey my heartfelt thanks to him for agreeing to inaugurate this project despite his very busy schedule. This project is one of the most important ones which India is implementing in Sri Lanka. It underscores the deep and abiding commitment of the people and government of India, and most notably of our Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, to continue our efforts to support the Indian origin Tamil community in Sri Lanka. Let me conclude by once again thanking the government of Sri Lanka, and in particular His Excellency President Ranil Wickremesinghe for his support and guidance. I thank him not only for the housing project that we are launching today, but for all our joint efforts aimed at advancing our relationship. The vision document that was issued during his historic visit to India in July 2023 continues to guide our efforts.
Prime Minister Dinesh Gunawardena welcomed Dr. Yu Dong-yu, Director General of the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, to Temple Trees in Colombo on February 19th. During the meeting, the duo discussed avenues to enhance agricultural and rural economic development in Sri Lanka.
Prime Minister Gunawardena urged the organization to extend further assistance, particularly in introducing new technologies to agriculture and fisheries. The Prime Minister highlighted the potential of implementing solar-powered water pumps for rural farming. He emphasized the importance of solar-powered water pumps in enhancing energy efficiency and sustainability. Dr. Q Dong-yu acknowledged similar successful projects in Africa and expressed FAO's willingness to explore such initiatives in Sri Lanka. Commending Sri Lanka's commitment to climate sustainability, Dr. Q Dong-yu described the island as the crystal clear water drop of the Indian Ocean. He lauded Sri Lanka's economic recovery efforts following recent crises and expressed confidence in the country's ability to regain its position as a middle-income nation in the near future.
United States Under Secretary of State for Public Diplomacy Elizabeth Allen said that when a government constricts the rights and freedom of its citizens, the future and the development of the country will naturally suffer. Under-Secretary Allen made these remarks while delivering a lecture organized by the Press Club of Sri Lanka, themed Global Media Space and its Impact on Democracy in Colombo recently.
How the global media space supports democracy and fosters peaceful, just, and inclusive societies. In my mind, in most of yours, the correlation is obvious. When a government constricts the rights and freedoms of its citizens, the future and the development of the country will naturally suffer. Globally, we are witnessing serious and escalating challenges to media freedom. The United States stands firmly for the freedom of expression, advocating for press freedom both online and offline, and ensuring the safety of journalists and media workers worldwide. Unfortunately, these essential freedoms are under threat globally, including concerns raised here in Sri Lanka. When governments intensify efforts to withhold information from the public by restricting internet access and censoring content online, we must speak up. Notably, when Sri Lanka's parliament passed the Online Safety Bill in January, the United States voiced concerns over the potential effects on freedom of expression, innovation, and privacy, something we continue to do privately and publicly. We know it's common to hear arguments against unfettered freedom of expression. Critics claim that the media is biased, aiming to embarrass governments and undermine public trust. Others worry that without checks, freedom of expression might fuel the spread of misinformation, an issue on all of our minds.
Stay tuned. We will return after the short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. Speaking at the post-lecture forum, Under-Secretary Allen said that the United States government is working closely with large technology companies to develop a methodology to distinguish between man-made content from AI-created content on the internet.
I think every person in every sector of society is thinking about what AI is going to mean for them. And there's a lot of fear involved in what AI is going to mean for all of us. And that fear is rightfully founded, particularly given the power of AI in the information space when it comes to inauthentic content, manipulated content, things like deep fakes, and the fear that AI may mean we lose the concept of truth. That's a very real fear. And so in terms of managing the risks of AI in public diplomacy, the United States is working with allies and partners around the world to advance a regulatory system that manages these risks and also pursues a technological solution to, for example, authenticating content that has been created by AI. As a technical matter, we have to get to a place where people have a sense of whether or not their content was created by a human or created by AI. And we are working with technology companies on that, while our policy colleagues work on a regulatory regime. So of course, misinformation and disinformation and deep faked and fake content is foremost on our minds as the biggest AI challenge in the information space. But I would argue that AI actually brings an enormous amount of opportunity for those of us in public diplomacy and strategic communications. Just a couple of ways in which we're looking at using AI is to more quickly and more effectively understand narratives. I think all of us in this room, whether you're a journalist, a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a diplomat, you all need to know what's happening in the information space.
Foreign Minister Ali Sabri represented Sri Lanka at the 60th edition of the Munich Security Conference held in Munich, Germany from February 16th to 18th. This prestigious conference delved into a comprehensive concept of security encompassing economic, environmental and human dimensions alongside traditional security issues.
During the conference, Minister Sabri engaged in two panel discussions addressing critical themes: shoring up defences, security in the Indo-Pacific, and protecting global commons. The minister emphasized the importance of open communication channels, confidence-building measures, and continuous dialogue to foster stability and peace in the region. Joining him were distinguished panelists including officials from Germany, the United States, and China. In discussion on protecting global commons, Minister Sabri highlighted Sri Lanka's commitment to environmental protection, including its participation in COP28 and regional efforts. He underscored the need to view climate change beyond mere cost and emphasized the importance of knowledge sharing and capacity building. Notably, the minister proposed the establishment of a climate change university in Sri Lanka to address climate challenges. He also shed light on the disproportionate impact of climate change on global South countries. Apart from panel discussions, Minister Sabri held bilateral meetings with key officials on the sidelines of the conference.
The Financial Intelligence Unit of Sri Lanka and the Excise Department of Sri Lanka entered into a memorandum of understanding at the central bank premises recently. The MOU was signed by the Commissioner General of Excise JMS Jayasinghe and Central Bank Representative E.H. Mohotti. The MOU aims to facilitate the exchange of information related to investigations and prosecution of money laundering, terrorist financing and other related crimes.
The signing ceremony took place in the presence of Dr. P. Nandalal Veerasinghe, the governor of the CBSL. He also serves as the chairman of the Anti-Money Laundering and Countering the Financing of Terrorism National Coordinating Committee. Money laundering and terrorist financing pose significant threats to the stability of the national and global economic and financial systems. The MOU between Excise Department and the FIU enables both institutions to collaborate closely, sharing vital information crucial for the prevention, detection and prosecution of such offences. The MOU marks another step in Sri Lanka's efforts to combat financial crimes effectively. Since 2008, the FIU has established 44 MOUs with foreign counterparts and 11 MOUs with domestic government agencies. These partnerships aim to strengthen Sri Lanka's anti-money laundering and countering the financing of terrorism framework by fostering cooperation among relevant authorities.
Stay tuned. We will return after the short commercial break. Welcome back after the break. The Climate Promise project, funded by the Japan Supplementary Budget, marked the ceremonial handing over of renewable energy technologies to farm organizations in the northwestern province of Sri Lanka. The event witnessed the presence of the Ambassador of Japan to Sri Lanka, Mizukoshi Hideaki, and resident representative of UNDP in Sri Lanka, Asusa Kubota.
Key highlights of the event included the transfer of cutting-edge technologies such as solar-powered cool rooms, solar PV systems, solar-powered water pumps to benefit around 20,000 farmers. These technologies aim to revolutionize farming practices, promote sustainability and empower smallholder farmers with a focus on women and youth. Inaugurating a 5-ton solar-powered cool room underscores the commitment to enhancing food and energy security in the region, providing farmers with efficient produce storage facilities. The resident representative of UNDP in Sri Lanka, Asusa Kubota, underscored the project's role in providing smallholder farmers with a pathway to sustainable income generation. The JSB Climate Promise project in Sri Lanka aims to foster the adoption of renewable energy technologies, creating a positive impact on the agricultural landscape.
Israel's Minister of Transport and Road Safety, Brigadier General Miri Regev, held talks with President Ranil Wickremesinghe, highlighting critical issues concerning the safe return of Israeli hostages. The meeting took place at the Presidential Secretariat recently.
President Wickremesinghe reaffirmed Sri Lanka's steadfast commitment to advocating for the safety of the Israel hostages. Amidst the ongoing hostilities in Gaza, he urged for an immediate cessation of violence, emphasizing the imperative of peace and stability in the region. Addressing Sri Lanka's stance on the Israel-Palestinian conflict, President Wickremesinghe reiterated the nation's support for the establishment of a Palestinian state. He stressed the importance of ensuring Israel's security while promoting a balanced approach to regional peace. The meeting was attended by Chief of Staff Sagala Ratnayaka, Secretary to the President Saman Ekanayaka and Director of International Affairs Dinuk Kolambage.
President Ranil Wickremesinghe embarked on an observation tour in the Tangol and Gol areas last weekend, underscoring the government's commitment to enhancing tourist facilities. During the tour, President Wickremesinghe visited several tourist hotels, engaging with owners to understand their challenges firsthand.
Swift action was taken as the President addressed the concerns raised by business community, liaising with relevant officials over the phone to devise solutions and gather input on industry development strategies. The tourism sector in Sri Lanka faced a rapid downturn due to the COVID-19 pandemic and economic challenges. However, with the government's new initiatives, there has been a significant surge in tourist arrivals. In 2023 alone, almost 14 million tourists visited Sri Lanka, marking a twofold increase from the previous year. Building on this momentum, the government aims to surpass the peak of 2.5 million tourists in 2017, with plans underway to achieve this milestone by 2024. In a bid to attract high-end tourists who spend around $500 a day, the government has rolled out infrastructure development projects and innovative tourism promotion programs. President Wickremesinghe exchanged ideas with the business community regarding these initiatives, receiving positive feedback on the transformative impact of the government's programs on their operations. The president's visit included visits to tourist hotspots such as Seemodara, Dikwalla, Nilwalla, Hiriketiya, Waligama and Habaraduwa, as well as the Waligama Surf School along the south coast, where he assessed their activities firsthand.
With that, we wind up for today. For this and more, subscribe to our channel on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. See you tomorrow with State of Business at 7:45 p.m. Take care and good night.